Are we live? Yes. Is it better now? Yes, no? Let's see. Let me check the stream also, guys, if it is good now. Is it good? Nice. Okay, if it is good, then maybe let me just put up a voice is good. Thanks, Vinod. Thanks for that information. Let me just put the chat on the left hand side. I don't know what was the issue. That screen is off. I need to see a chat window. Just give me one moment. Okay. Thanks. Let me know if there is anything bad again. Okay, I see people are joining in again. I'm so sorry, guys. Apologies, please. I need to see a chat window. Just give me one moment. Okay. Thanks. Let me know if there is anything bad again. Okay, I see people are joining in again. Let's wait for the another. I'm so sorry, guys. Apologies. 1-2 seconds, and then maybe we can proceed. I need to see a chat window. Just give a thumbs up if you guys think that stream is good. Let me know if there is anything bad again. All are good. Nice. I don't know what was the issue. Let's see. People are joining in again. Okay, then. Let's wait for the another. So we are. I'm so sorry, guys. I don't know how many seconds, and then maybe we are 6 of us now. Yes. See a chat. Just give a thumbs up if you guys think that that's the plan for me. Let me know if there is anything Let's see. Let's start things off. I don't know what was the issue. Let's see. Today's session. Then. I want to focus today. Like if you remember, right, last time we have did something about the Angular state management. Okay. Yes. And the state management focus only about a very small application where we have covered counter application. I know that's a very small application, but what we will do, right? Let's see. Based on that knowledge, whatever knowledge we gain. Like if you remember, right, last time we have did something about the Angular. We will use all those knowledge and we will put in the state management together. Focus only about a very small application where we have covered counter application. I know that's a very small, and also let me tell you, we will do a lot of based on that knowledge. Whatever knowledge we gain. Like if you remember, right, last time we have something about the Angular. We will use all those knowledge and we will put in the state management together. Focus only about a very small application where we have covered counter application. I know that's a very small, and also. What about now? I don't know why it takes. Let me know now. I think first thing I need to start a course on how to go live on YouTube. I think I should do that first. Yes. Let's see. Oh, I got the problem. That what is the issue? Okay, guys. I'll give you one trick. If you're going on live, never open up your Chrome browser on the left. And if you're opening it, then always mute that video. That's it. Nice. I learned something. See, learning is everywhere. Okay. All right. Okay. So let me run this application what we have created last time. So let's do ngserve. Let it get built. This is we have Angular version 17, so the build will be quite faster, as I told in the video also. Okay, so this is what my screen is, and that's what it is: increment, decrement, reset, and all of this. Okay, so this is what the project was all about, what we have created last time. Now what we will do, right? So now we'll have to plan our add to cart application, and to create that, right, what we need, first of all, we have to create something called as some product list. Okay, so maybe let me also open up my a screen where I can show you how I will be doing it. So maybe I can draw something and maybe I can explain it to you, so that will be better. Okay, let me click this, start now. Maybe you guys can see it. Yes. Okay, so this is what we did last time, right? So we were discussing about the NGRX store, how the store works and all that. So you remember, right, how the life cycle was, that there should be some action, okay, then reducer, then store, then selector will take data from store and it will give it to the component, correct? So based on this, right, what we will do, right, we'll try to understand why this life cycle actually works like this, okay, with the one level extra what we did last time. It was just a counter application, but let's see with an add to cart related application. Okay, let me do this, and also let me do this. Okay, I'm just setting up my chat so that I can view. No doubt, right, last time whatever we have learned, I'm just looking at the chat now. Okay, good, nice. Okay, so if you remember, right, so we have created all those things. So now first let's go ahead and create our component, okay, where we have to display everything. Okay, to create a component, again, everybody knows now like how to create component in Angular. So the command is G for generate, C for component, and we'll give the name as products. Okay, products component. All right, so now, okay, Vinod said I have a doubt. Vinod, once we are done with the screen of the product list, then we will take all the doubts whatever we have. So we'll go part by part. Like once product is done, we'll take a doubts if you have, then we'll go with the action, then we get reducer, selector, and all that. Okay, so our product page is ready, and now we have to do an API call. Okay, so for getting the product, I will be making use of fake store API, one of the best to demonstrate any example. So I will be using this endpoint to fetch all the list of product. Okay, so now in the product component we'll have to do the API call. Okay, to do the API call, okay, so now we are into what do we say, Angular 17. So now we have standalones, we have our own configs and all that. So to do the API call, in previous Angular versions we used to do import HTTP client module, correct? But now with this new, right, with the new way of developing things, now we have to import the provide. Okay, so now we have this providers array. Inside that you have to provide your HTTP client. Okay, so once you provide HTTP client, and then you will be able to do API call. So there is something called as provide HTTP client. Okay, and once I have this HTTP client, I'll show you one of the famous warning nowadays, like people are getting if they are using Angular version 17 server side rendering, because this application is SSR what we have here. Okay, so if I save the changes, so we might get some warning that if you are doing HTTP call and all that. So let's do the API call now. Like we are able to, now we are allowed to do HTTP call because we have added the provide HTTP client. Okay, now what we need, so if you guys remember, I have made a video on Instagram that declarative and imperative programming. So I will be following as much possible how to do declarative programming. So let's first get all the products. Okay, products will be of type observable, and I can say that to do the HTTP call I need to get HTTP client. So to get the HTTP client, we make use of this inject function, import your HTTP client, and that's it. Now what you can do, you can directly do the HTTP call. So you can say this dot HTTP dot get. Okay, and inside this get, just pass in your URL. Okay, so this is how the URL looks like. And now if you hover on this, right, so what you get, because we are directly doing a HTTP call which returns an observable. Okay, and if you guys are using observable, please give your startup project file. Okay, I think this is already available. Shafiqul, it is already available on GitHub. You can just search for NGRX store YT on my GitHub profile, so you will get this. Okay, all right, so now we are doing this HTTP call. So this is how we did. So now this is an observable. If you remember, if you are a good Angular developer, then you should always do subscribe and unsubscribe. If you are subscribing something, then you should do unsubscribe in ng on destroy. Okay, so but you know, right, we are not following imperative everywhere, so we'll try to focus on declarative. So I know that this is an observable. Okay, so to use an observable, I can make use of async pipe directly. So okay, I can make use of async pipe, and now in the product list, if I want to display all the list of products, so let's take an example. I have UL, I have LI. Okay, and now if you remember, previously we used to do ng for, remember, something like this, ng container. Inside that I have li, and here I will do star ng for. Yes or no? In this ng for, you have what? Products. So you'll put product like this, and you make use of async pipe. Yes or no? And to use, okay, let me import something here so that I can use everything. Common module. See, it's up to you. If you import common module, then you can use the ng style, ng class and all that. So you don't need to import them single. So either if you don't have this, then you can just directly do like this. Okay, you can import ng form, like ng for, sorry, if you are using it. Okay, now let item of products. Now it says that object can be null, and it can possibly be null, right? So that's what it complains. Okay, so to get rid of that, you can either add an exclamation or something like that. Let me just check. It's an iterable of null. Okay, so for that, what I need to do, right, I need to specify a type. So I have to tell it explicitly that this is an observable of an array. Okay, so once I specify it, okay, it was a TypeScript error, so it doesn't. With TypeScript 5.0, you need to be more specific whenever you are defining any variables. Okay, so type is very important. Okay, let's save the changes. And now if you go here, so now there is no complaint anymore. Now you can iterate the items. Now if I say item dot, I don't know how the API looks like, so let me go and do the API call here. Okay, you can directly go and fetch, go to. Okay, so I have a title, so I want to render the title, so I'll say item dot title, save the changes. Okay, so now I have this product page, and what I can do, I can go in this HTML. Okay, I have this footer, and just below this, if I want to add the selector, right, I have to import my component, because we all are using standalone components. So product is our standalone component, so that has to be imported here. So what is that? Products component. Okay, and now you can use the selector somewhere here and say app products. Okay, I know guys, I'm going very slow. If you feel slow, then do let me know, we can speed this up to you. Okay, now it complains, I don't know what it complains. Let's save the changes again. With the server side, it takes time to detect. Okay, now let's go back and let's go here. I have, okay, it was visible, but I need to change some style, so let me do that. So we are using Tailwind, so I can say text white. I want to make this color white. That's it. Okay, so I should be able to get all the list of product. Can you see? So I did an API call. Okay, and in this ng container, I can display all the titles. Okay, and this is what the famous error I was telling about. Like now, whenever you are using server side rendering, and if you are doing HTTP call like this, what I did, then you must import something very important, or I would say you should provide it in the provider, like provide HTTP client, that okay, if because this is server side rendering, so you have to say with fetch. Okay, once you add this with fetch, and now this warning will be gone. Okay, and this is only applicable to server side pages. Like if you created application which is a server side, then only you need to do this guy. Okay, save the changes, and now there will be no warning, I promise. See, no warning. Okay, so HTTP call is done, and I am able to like view this, all the list of product. I need to create a card component. Okay, so to create a card component, I will make use of, again, I have this, what is that? Let me just check in my, yes, one of the base components. Yep. So now I need to do this, create some card or something like that. See, whatever I will be doing in front of you, so that nothing is hidden. Okay, how to create card component. Suppose if I'm working on a new project, how do I start? Okay, what how I do Google also, like what kind of Google I should do to get my job done and something like that. Okay, so now I can see both of the component is visible on the same page, which I don't want. I need to configure the routing. Let's see how do we configure the routing in version 17 of Angular. Okay, so now we have this app routes. It's still the same, but to specify something like path, yes, and can give a path name as, if it is counter application, then counter, and you should say load children. And in the load children, what you need to do, you need to import your standalone component. So specify the path. Where is it? Product slash, my bad, it should be counter slash counter component. Okay, now if you see, right now this returns a promise. So let's fulfill the promise by saying dot then, and now I can say that okay, a dot my component name, which is my counter component. Okay, and in this way I have loaded my first route. Like whenever my routing is, like my path is on counter, I should load this component, which is my standalone component. Okay, so this will be in a chunks. Okay, in the same way I will be doing for the product. Easy peasy, right? So just go here and put up your product or product, whatever you want. Change the path to product slash product component, and this will change to product a dot product component. That's it. So now the route is configured. So what are your expectation? Will this work now? Will this work? Yes or no? Tell me. I will be covering up all the questions, ma'am. See, I can see you have asked what is server-side rendering. I'll explain you that. But any doubt question for this? And what do you think? Will this work? Say yes or no. Will this work? If I go in the browser, will I see counter page and product page? If I say here counter, will this work? Yes or no? Yes or no? It didn't work. See, it is not working and I'm getting some errors. Why? Because your routing is done, you have configured your route, but you need to call them. You need to call them, like you need to call your container, which is your router outlet. So what I will do, I will add my router outlet here, save the changes. So compile should be success, and now I can see the route is empty. Now if I say that I want to go on products, I should be able to see it, but I'm not able to see because I did a mistake. Let's see what is the error. We'll try to fix the error. Okay, there is some error which says that expected null, actual. Okay, this is because of the save. Probably because of the save. Let's see. Okay, let's go back. Let's add a default route also. If my path is blank, then please redirect to product. Okay, this should match. This should match. Whenever you are redirecting, this should match. Okay, and then you have to specify that the path match should be full, that it should match your exact path, which is products. Okay, save the changes. There is some error here. Let's see what is that error. So it says that page reload to client application bundle, blah blah blah. Don't know. Let's go here and see. I don't know what is that error. Let's see. So we have this async pipe HTTP call. Looks perfect. Don't know what is the error. Assertion of ng module products component is not a subtype of ng module type. That's strange. It's saying it is not of type ng module type, but this is a standalone. That's correct. We have an import. Okay, let's see. I have it in the imports array also, which is imports. Okay, let's remove both of them. Okay, now it still complains. I don't know why. I don't know this error. Let me just figure out what can be this issue. Okay, refresh it. After refreshing, it says the product component is not a subtype. Maybe something wrong in the routing. Okay, so this says that, Okay, who can tell me what is the mistake? You guys are not helping me, guys. Come on, help me. Who can tell me what is the mistake here? I saw the mistake. I know it happens when you do live coding. It happens. Who can tell me what is the mistake in this page? Come on, come on. I want you guys to type in the chat. What do you think? What is the mistake here? Who can tell me? Let me check my... Okay, I need to switch on my AC. Okay, who can tell me what is the mistake? Anyone would like to try? Okay, the mistake is that this should be load component. Okay, this should be load component, because we are not loading children's, we are loading the actual component. Okay, save the changes. So one mistake is resolved. Okay, let's see. Oh, still it breaks. Let me just do ng-serve again and let's check if still we have that issue. But this was a mistake. This should be load component rather than saying load children. Okay, can you see? Fixed. Issue is fixed. So that's what. So that was the issue. Okay, import node instead of component. Kishore said. No, the mistake was load children, because we should not do a load component. Like we should not do load children here, because this is not the child routes. We are loading the actual module, which is my component now. So I should say load component rather than load children. Okay, clear? So do not do such kind of mistake. Okay, so now I have this product page and now I want to design the card. Okay, so I will not waste my time. I'll just go cards, template, tailwind, CSS maybe. Let's go tailwind CSS. There should be some card. Let's see, if we get some good card, we'll make use of it. This looks okay to me. Let's use this template. What do you guys say? Let's use this template. Yeah, let's use this template. Okay, and let's go here and okay. Again, this is not a good practice, so I should always go and create a shared component folder, right? So shared, inside that I should have the components. Okay, so to create a components, what you will say, components slash what component you want to create? Product component. Okay, rather than doing me like this, I have a trick. What is that trick? The trick is that I make use of this generate component. I don't know what is this. I have downloaded some extension from VS Code. I don't know which one is exactly it is, but I'll share my all the list of extension what I use, so you guys can get it all. So generate component, you can give the component name as product card. Okay, and this should create the product card component inside the shared folder. Yes, shared folder slash component slash product card. And inside this there is only one problem with this selector. This is not still mature, I can say, that it still takes the old way of creating components. So you need to specify your own standalone true. Okay, and you need to specify your own imports, something like that. So that's the only drawback with this. I don't know when they will update this, but that's how it is at the moment. So now that's what my product card component is, and now over here I can paste. Okay, so I can paste my code. Okay, now let's go in your product component here. Now I will import the product card component, go in the HTML, and okay, let me comment this for now. What I will do, I'll go here and save app product card, save the changes. Now on the product list I should be getting a single page. Yes, that's correct. Let's style it a bit. The styling is all bad. Let me change the styling here, max width. What I need to change, if I change this to text white, let's see how will it react. Okay, all that color become white, and then BG. Okay, let me keep it like that, and let's make the background white rather than text. Okay, I save the changes. It should reflect. Let's see. Yep, So that's what my card looked like. Okay, now what we will do, right? Now we have to add the images here. So now currently we have all static, correct? So what I will do, right? This card is nothing but my it is inside a shared, okay, and this will act as my child component now. Because why child component? I am using the selector of child inside the parent, which is my product. Okay, so this becomes child. Okay, app product card becomes child and product.component becomes your parent. So now I want to pass a data from a parent component to a child component. Okay, so to do that, what you need first of all an input, so that this input will receive the data. So input, and in the input you will say that I want to accept something called as product, or you will say a single product. Okay, I'm saying it as type any, but maybe you can also do one thing. Okay, let me just do one thing first here. Let me see it as any, and later I will specify all the types, how the type should be. Okay, so input of type any. You should not use any, guys. If you are working in your project, you should not use any. Okay, now so I have this input which is my child, and this guy will receive input from the parent. So I'll go in the parent, I can specify like here product, and this guy need a single product. So what you can do, right? You remember we are doing the ng for and all that, ng container and all this, correct? See, rather than doing this ng for, why am I doing that? Now we have a latest feature of your Angular, the control flow. Okay, so in that now you can directly make use of @for loop. Okay, something like, and this is quite performant because this has a track by function by default, which tracks your changes, the single change. So whenever you are updating one line, it will not update your whole tree. It will only update the single what we say that the component what has been tracked. Okay, so now here what I'll do, I'll just make this as products, and again make use of async pipe so that I don't need to do unsubscribe manually. And in this, right, I will just try to loop this whole inside this. Okay, app product card, and inside this I will pass the single item, which is my product. Save the changes. Okay, save the changes, and now let's go back. Can you guys see? I should remove this now. I don't require this anymore. So now this is how my page looks like at the moment. So I can see all my cards. Okay, let me also remove the footer because I don't want to focus how to make your footer where it belongs. Let me remove it at the moment. Okay, so now I'm able to render a lot of cards. I know which are having the same data, correct? Which are having the same data, which I don't want. So let me make this card a dynamic card. So for that, what I will do, I will go in the child.html. Over here, what I can do the string interpolation. I say blog, sorry, it was product dot title. Save the changes, and let's see. Now if you see that, I will be able to see, and now I'm able to render all the cards. See, all the cards which are having a different title. In the same way I can do for the images. So I'll go in the src. I have something in the API. Okay, I'm not doing any rocket science. Shashi, how do you know that it will be like, it will show like that? So if you go here in the fake store API, if you copy the single object, I don't know till where it is, okay, ratings and all, yeah, till here. Okay, copy this, go inside JSON to TS, and inside this you can just paste this to get the actual object. Okay, so can you see, now I have my type ready. Okay, so I can copy this. I will go in the products, maybe let's go in the shared only. In the shared I will create one file called as models. Okay, models, and in this I will create a file. Okay, I hope no one has question. Okay, I will create a file called as product dot interface dot ts, and let me paste it here. So this will be my iProduct. If you are creating interface, always make use of prefix which is iProduct, and I know yeah, it should be like this, and this is the rating just below. Okay, so this is your iProduct. Now what you can do, your card can have a type now. So rather than saying any, you can create a type, which is I product. Save the changes here as well. Okay, now this has a type, and now what we'll do, we'll go in the products. Here also we can specify the type, which is I product of an array, because this is a list of products. Okay, save the changes. Now what you can do, right, because of this type, now you can do a lot of things. For example, you can see that now I have a product. If I press dot, I am able to get the IntelliSense, like, okay, are you looking for ID, image? So I don't need to go every time, okay, should I type? So if I make a mistake like this, right, see, straight away I'll get an error in the compile time, okay. So this is product.images. Save the changes, and I don't know how it will react. Let's see. Okay, I have all these images. Okay, still the styling is pending, guys, don't worry, but let me put up all these things in place. Okay, also for the description, I'll make use of string interpolation, product dot description dot substring. Why I'm saying substring? Because, okay, let me show you the problem first, then I'll give you solution. Okay, if you just go and watch the description, how it looks like. Okay, so see, so much big description, which I don't need. I want to make all of them constant, like, okay, they should not increase more than 120 words or something like that. So I can say dot substring, and I can say start, okay, from where you want to start and from where you want to end. So 0, 100. It will limit your, see, the description got limited. Now everyone have the same. And also if you like to give anything, like for example, after that particular character you want to say dot, so that's what it will show, the ellipsis, the 3 dots. Okay, now that's what we have at the moment. Now I'll need to design the button, so let me just check how can I do that. So currently this is all incorrect, right? So I have to make use of the CSS or Tailwind class so that it should be aligned. Okay, so just above this I will create a div. Okay, and in this I will say a class. This is of type grid, and saying grid col of, okay, I need to say grid col of 3 or maybe 4, I don't know, based on my screen. Grid col of 3. Okay, and I'll give a gap between each as 5. Okay, now what I need to do, just take this for loop and put inside this grid what you have created. Save the changes, and now you see you have a good looking card in front of you. The only problem is the images, they're not quite stable. Okay, so what you can do, right, you can specify a width to your image going in the product card. So just change at one place and you see that it is reflecting everywhere. So that's the beauty of this shared components. Okay, now I'll go in the image width full. Okay, I don't know what to do here. Okay, but let me just give width as 200. I don't know how will it react. Okay, so width of 200, but it still didn't take. Let me remove this width full because this gives 100% width. Okay, much better. And also what I can do, I can change this. If I say cols of 4, right, I will get 4 products. See, this is much better. Okay, much better. Now also what I'll need to do, I'll need to make them center. So for making them center, let's go again in the image. There should be something called as, I don't know, let me check. Texts. Okay, I can tell it as a flex, justify center. Okay, let's see if that works. Didn't work. So what I'll do, I'll say it as a block. I don't know, man, there is a way by which we can do, and I can say mx auto. There are 2-3 ways by which you can center a div. I'm just trying which will work. See, done. Okay, so that's how you make things center. Okay, and if it is an image, you can make them center by this. So make this block and put it in the center. Now what I need, right, I have to also get the 2 buttons, like add to cart. Remember, if I click add, it should go to the cart item, something like that. So to create that button, let me again Okay, let me I think I don't want to waste much time, so what I'll do, I'll just take some of my code snippets, and yeah, maybe we can do things faster then. Okay, so this is the currency description, I don't know. Okay, let's take these two buttons. Okay, let's go here. This is my div for inline block, so just below this paste it, currency. Okay, let me import some currency pipe, because to use it rather I can do common module. Okay, let's import the common module, and there should be no errors. And this add I will add later, so currently this click should not have anything. Okay, save the changes, and let's see how it looks. I know there will be some errors. Save it here as well. Okay, no changes anymore, and compile, success. So that's what I have added. See, I did nothing, I just added two buttons. It's just two basic button. Okay, type is button, and I just added this bunch of class. Okay, this is all coming from your Tailwind. You can get any of this template from online, so no need to make everything by your own. Make use of internet also. To do things fast, always use internet. Okay, so now I can see that my button is ready. Okay, so I'm first focusing on the UI, and then later I can do that. And still we haven't started NGRX. I'm so sorry, still we haven't started NGRX. First I need to do all these things, basic things. Okay, save the changes, and now things are ready. Okay, the things are ready. I can see a lot of things here. Now whenever I click on this add to cart, right, I want to create here a component called as cart. Okay, and that will update your value here. Like if you add one item in the cart, that's what you can do here. Okay, so for that, again, let me go ahead in the page, okay, over here, and create a new component. This will be my cart component. Okay, so cart component is there, and let me also add the routing for it. So let's add the routing. Copy this completely, paste it below. This will be cart slash cart component, and this will change to cart component. Okay, so this is what it is. So now the cart is also ready. Now the routing will also work. Now what I'll do, right, if you go on the top of the header, this is what it is, right, the home. Let me change this to cart. Okay, let me change it to cart. Okay, and currently let me, oh, you remember, right, I was displaying for the counter application, so this is what it is. So let me change this to 0. Okay, at the moment, and now I will add the router link. To add the router link, again go here, you need to import router link. I don't know if you guys have already familiar with the Angular version 17. If not, then do let me know in the comment in the chat that you need new changes. What are the new changes in Angular version 17, so I can take up that as a separate video. But to use the router link, right, so I have to import it first, and then only I can use router link, and this should go to cart. Okay, save the changes. Let's save all the changes, and let's go back here. Now if I click on this cart, I should be going to see cart works. Okay, let me make it big so that, or else you'll see it's so small, not able to see. Cart works. See, if you are using Tailwind CSS, right, and your expectation is that if I say H1, it will give you something like big text. No, because whenever you use Tailwind, right, it inherits all your existing CSS of your HTML, and it replaces with all as a base. Okay, so you need to always specify your own class to make it look like H1. So you can say text 3XL, and you can give a text color to it, which is white. Okay, now it will be like a big text as in a white color. Cart works. Okay, now we are able to do routing also. Now I can say that now let's start building the NGRX, or you guys want me to like make this page also, so I can do that also if you want. Up to you. Or should I start? I think I should start now. It's fine, we can design it later in the next video if you want. Okay, now let's see some of the chats if you have any questions. Vinod said, I have a doubt. Last time we statically settled initial value, right? How can we dynamically set? I didn't get this question, to be honest. Statically settled initial value means what? Like, I think you're asking about how to add the dynamics of the Redux, I guess. I'm just assuming, I don't know. Can you just specify it like little clear, like more clear? Let's see. Can you please explain what is server side rendering? Okay. So, okay, I can explain that. So what is, right? So now we have two types of rendering. So one which always on the client side. Okay, if you create any Angular application, okay, let me give an example of my blog, which I have created very long back now. So if you see this application, right? Okay, so this is a client side, like whatever I'm doing, right? It is, everything is on the client side. Okay, you are creating the component, everything, like you create a normal component and everything gets rendered in the client itself. But let me show you with this one, okay, where we have this Angular material bootstrap, whatever we have. So this is an SSR, right? If you inspect element, okay, if you inspect an element, if you go in the network tab, okay, go in this all, if I refresh the page, so can you see currently I'm on the product page, yes or no? But see my contents are getting rendered on server side. Okay, it is not in my client, it is on the server. If I open up this, right, if I show you the preview, can you see the header Angular NGRX store, which is this, the card button? See, I had a button, all of this. If you go in the response, you can see that server is actually sending me a complete HTML. Okay, and what is job of Angular here? Angular takes that HTML and it just displayed on the UI. So that's what it is. So if you see, right, there is a network call happening. Okay, so this is a network call which is fetching all the product page. If I show you, right, if I click on this cart, right, so this is also is kind of a server side. If I refresh, right, so can you see on the top there is a cart. Okay, if I go to the preview, can you see a cart component also have a header on the top? So it has the header title, the button and the heading, which is cart works. Okay, if you see, right, this cart works is quite bigger than this one, yes or no? Because my style is getting applied on the client itself. Okay, server is only storing all the metadata of the HTML, but all the stylings are getting applied in the component itself, in the client side itself. Okay, I hope that is clear. Okay, I hope that was clear. Yes or no? Just say yes, yes, yes. Okay, now Vinod says that export const initial counter tier. Yes, yes, yes. That's what the agenda of today's session is. Like, I will be telling you that how can we handle those data dynamically. Okay, let's see that. Let's see that in action. I will design this card page later. Okay. Now, first thing what I need to do whenever I am starting with NGRX. So as I told you, right, there are few things which is very important in NGRX, and that is, let me take off my pen and show it to you. Okay, so as you know, right, in NGRX we have already talked about all of this. So whenever you want to start with NGRX, first thing you need to focus on creation of this actions. So first I want to create action. Okay, so first step is to create the action. Okay, to create the action, let's go. How do we do that? Let me go back to the, I don't know how do I do this. Okay, let's exit this full screen. Yes, now we have to go and create that. So I will be doing something like this. In the app states, I have this counter. I will create one more folder whose name is, okay, do you guys know how to create a file, like rather than creating this folder and then one more file? What you can do, right, you can just click on this creation of the file. You can give the name of your folder, which is I should create cart / you want to create action for cart, so cart.action.ts. see, the folder got also created, the folder is also created. So now to create the action, right, so there are two things. Okay, there are two things, like what kind of action you want to do. So if you have a cart page, so you want to add a product. Okay, add a product to the cart. So what is your action name? Your action is add. Okay, so you will be adding the product. Let me just take yep, somewhere like this. Yep. So what I will do, I will just say import. Okay, import from, I have NGRX already installed, NGRX/store. Okay, I want to create action, so create an action. Okay, what I'll do, right, rather than doing all this manually, I can copy paste. Okay, I'll do this fast. So now I have a create action. Now I don't want to do increment. So this was for the previous example, increment. Now I want to do add to cart, which is my an action. Okay, whenever I want to perform an action, for which component I want to perform? I want to perform for cart component. What is the action name? The action name is add to cart, and this should be unique, guys. This should be unique. Currently, right, when you want to add an item to cart, you should have an item with you, correct? So which means you want to pass a property, yes or no? Whenever you want to say add to cart, you are taking a property and you are sending it to that particular store. What I will do, right, I will just say, okay, if you want to pass a store, so there is something called as props. Okay, there is something called as props, is nothing but your property. Inside this, you want to pass what? You want to pass a single product so that you can add one by one. What is the type of this product? Is of type I product. Okay, and in this way I can say that my add to cart is done, like my add to cart action is done. So I've created one action which is add to cart. Okay, now if you have an action, right, so you must create so every action has a reducer. Remember that image. So we need to create a reducer now. So to create a reducer, let's say cart dot reducer dot ts. Okay, again I can do one thing. I can take from this existing reducer. Okay, copy this cart reducer, paste it here. No need of this. Now what I need to do, right, in reducer, I first need to initialize my state. Okay, let's give a state name here as cart state. Okay, cart state. Okay, what will have in my state? I will be holding some value, right, in my cart. What kind of value it will be? It will be a product value. Okay, it will be a product value. Okay, products value, which is of type I product, because I want to store into some array, right? So this is what my array is. Okay, and I can change this to cart state, and this will also change to products, and I need to initialize my state. So this is how I initialize my initial state of the application. Okay, so now I want to create a new reducer. So I will not say counter reducer, I will say cart reducer. I want to create a cart reducer. Okay, and I will make use of this create reducer method, which is coming from NGRX tool. Okay, now the initial state is initialized. Now what you need to do, right, what you have to do, that whenever there is an action, a reducer will come in picture. So let's perform an action. So who will listen the action? If you guys have like worked with WebSockets, where we create some live chat application, or if you must have seen my SignalR video, so over there also I have taught you about this, that how the Angular handles the action. So there is something called as on. There is something similar in NGRX also. We make use of this on, and in this on, right, we have to specify which action I want to listen. So I want to say add to cart action. Okay, add to cart action. Okay, so whenever there is an action add to cart, what I want to do. Okay, so you need to specify your reducer now. So to specify the reducer, right, so what you will do, you will perform that action add to cart, and whenever I say bracket, right, see what you will see. You will see some on reducer, what you need to change. So once you put up your bracket, right, you will have two things. You will have a state, okay, and you will have the like method to add. Okay, so what I will do, right, I will add my state here. So state is nothing but my previous state. Okay, and inside that I can destructure it. Okay, I can destructure it, that I need to pass my properties. So I have an existing state and I have a property to pass, which is my product. Okay, so this should be my product. Let me just check product. Okay, my single product. Okay, now what I can do, I can return this. So now I can say I can return few things over here. Okay, so I have a state, I have a product, and now again I have to return few things after an action. Okay, anyone have any doubt, guys? Let me know in the chat. I'm watching the chat also. Anyone has any question? Mamsi deleted a chat. Wow, why? If you wanna ask me, you can ask me. Okay, yes, no, if you have any doubt, question, let me know in the chat. Okay, so now I have this state and product. What I need to do, right, I need to manipulate a data. So what I will do, right, I'll say const updated product. Okay, updated product, and inside that I will perform a logic that what I will do, right? I have an existing state which is my state dot product. Yes or no? The thing is, this is an array, right? I need to destructure it. Just started, sir. Okay, Manthan Bagley. Okay, so what I need to do, I need to destructure it. Okay, I will have to destructure this existing array. And what I will do, right? Okay, you have an existing array. Can you please add my new object inside that? Okay, so this is what this guy will do. So this will say that, hey, you want to add a product to the cart. Okay, you add it like this, and you will update your existing product. So now what I need to do, I need to return it. Okay, so how do I return? I'll say, okay, pass the existing state. Okay, pass the existing state, destructure this product, and pass in your new state inside that, which is my updated product. Okay, which is my updated product. And now, right, once I can pass this product, I don't know why is it still throwing error. It should, okay, this should be my products. No, it's, let me just check it. I have to perform an action. I don't know. Okay, this should not throw error. Control Shift F. Okay, we'll see that what is that issue. Okay, so now we have this state and we are passing this product. Let me just check why is this still an error. Okay, so I have created a props already. So where is my props? So this is what the props is. Okay, see guys, again small mistake because I'm live. I know this thing will happen for sure. Okay, so the props, that's how you have declared, right? But this is not correct. You need to also say that it's in kind of a method. Okay, props is a method which has a type, which you specify the type. Okay, now if you go here in the reducer, it should be okay. Okay, so now that's what your props is. Now you're able to pass your props, and let's save the changes. Save the changes. Okay, now your reducer is ready. Okay, so now your reducer is ready to take a action, and the action is add to cart. Now if the action is ready, right, so now what I need to do, I need to perform some more operations. For example, I want to do increment, I want to do decrement, yes or no? So what I can do, I can create some more actions. Let me copy this action and paste it here. So the first action is add to cart, second action will be increment product. Okay, I can change it to increment product. Same for this one as well, that this is add to cart. I can change this to decrement product. All I can do is I can change this also to decrement. So this is very important. Now this should be unique, guys. This key should be unique. And that's what. Now I have two more actions. If I have action, then I should have a reducer. Let's create a reducer now. So what I'll do, right, on this on, so I can create one more on. Okay, so this on will be for the next action to listen. Okay, what I want to listen on, I want to listen for a new action which is increment product. Okay, increment product, and based on that, again what I have state, right? Chat looks good. Okay, so based on that I have state, right? Again state. Okay, and now you have your again destructured item which you want to increment. The thing is, right, whenever you want to do increment, you should not pass the whole. If you want to increment, just pass the product ID. Correct? So what I will do, right, in this property, I will change this to product ID of type number. Same thing for the decrement. I have to pass a property called as product ID, which is of type number. Save the changes. Now here if you see, right, if I destructure this, I will be able to get product ID. Okay, I will be able to get the product ID as my props. Okay, product ID. Now this is something similar what I have to do. Okay, so over here, right, what I will do, again this will say return a new state, so which you can specify the state. Okay, and this is your product ID which is coming from your props. Now again what you need to do, right, you have to specify a logic. So you have a new product. Again I will say const updated product. Maybe I can copy this whole. Okay, now I want to update my product, existing product, yes or no? So I'm not passing a new product, I'm updating an existing product. Like suppose if I have a cart quantity as 1, if I say increment product, which means I want to add more quantity, yes or no? So I have to manipulate my existing product. So what I will do, right, I will say that dot state, oh sorry, this is state dot products. Okay, so you have a products, existing product in the store, dot filter, sorry, not filter, you have to do map. So what you want to create a new array, right? So you have to say map, and inside the map, right, what you need to do, you have to specify what you want to change. Yes or no? What you want to change that. So what you can do, you can take your value, which is product, and inside that you will say that if my product dot id is equal to, okay, if it is equal to what, your existing id, what you are sending. Okay, existing id, what you are sending. If they both are same, okay, if it is matching that product, right, so what I can do, I can add a ternary operator. What I will do, if it is matching, so what I should do, I should say that, okay, product dot quantity, okay, product dot quantity, or I think there is no quantity yet, so I have to add it. Okay, I'll add it later. So but that's what you need to do, right? You need to you have something like product dot quantity, and this quantity you need to say plus or something like that. Okay, if product match, then do this, or else do nothing and send the product itself. So this is what you need to do that. Hello sir, it looks like the React dispatch hooks, it's new in Angular. No, it is not new in Angular. This was already there back then in 2018-19 when NGRX was there. So the fundamental is still the same. It still follows the reducer pattern. Okay, so that's why it still looks similar. Okay, now this is throwing error because I don't have product interface. Let me add a quantity of type number. Okay, now it should be okay. All right. Now this is the reducer what we are trying to focus on. But you know, right, if you check your API, there should not be any quantity. See, there is no quantity. So I need to add a quantity explicitly. Okay, so how can I add that? Do you know there is a way to do that? Who knows that there is a way? How can I add a quantity on the fly? Let me see in the chat who is able to answer it. How can I add a quantity? Like I want to add, right? So for example, I want to add a new extra element in an existing observable, in an existing stream. How can I do that? Let's see in the chat who can answer. Let's see. Nobody? Come on, guys. Can anyone? No? Okay. Anyone would like to try? Nobody would like to try. Okay, it's fine. So what I'll do, right? Okay, let me show a way. So I will create a service in my shared. Okay, I will create a service inside my shared. Okay, do not say no idea. It's fine. I will create a services folder, and in this I will create a service. Let's generate a service, and the service name is product API service. Okay, a very random name I gave. Now what this product API will do, right? This will be responsible for doing the API call. So HTTP. So for doing the HTTP, I'll do HTTP client inject HTTP client. Okay, now I will create a method here. The method name is get products. So inside this get products, right, you have to manipulate the data. How will you do? You will say return this dot ht. Till here everybody will know, I know that. HTTP dot get. Get will give you I product of an array. So till here everybody knows that I will be taking HTTP, the URL. Let me take that and put it here. Okay, everybody knows till here, correct? But if I want to add an extra quantity which is not existing in my existing API, like existing data, to do that, right, I can use something called as pipe. So use a pipe operator, and pipe, and inside that use a map operator. So let's use a map which is coming from RxJS. See, on the top I have imported it. So now what I will do, right, in this map accepts a callback where you can pass your product. You can pass your products. Okay, so what this products will do, right? So this product will take your data and it will map it accordingly. Okay, it will map that data accordingly. So for example, over here. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to return the product, but I want to add something extra inside that. So I'll say return products dot map. So this is JavaScript map. This map is RxJS. This map is JavaScript. So in this new map, what I will say, I will take a single product. Okay, I can take now single product, and inside that, right, this will return. What this will return? This will return a destructured way of data set. Like for example, like this. I have existing product. Okay, but inside that, add something called as quantity and give the value as 1. Okay, give the value as 1. Okay, so now this is my API endpoint what I have created for get products. Save the changes. Let me show you a magic. Now if I go in the products, okay, over here let me implement the interface. Okay, implement the interface on init. Okay, always make sure that this is below the declaration. Okay, now what I will do, over here I'll do two calls. Let me also implement product API, product API service. Okay, now I will do two calls. First is this.http.get, which is on the top. Okay, which is on the top. Okay, and if I subscribe this, subscribe response. Okay, let's check the response here. Console.log response. Save the changes. Okay, I'm doing a flat API call here, and now if you go in this, okay, let's go back. Hope I haven't broke anything. Yes, I haven't. Now if you see this, right, I have 20 products, and if I open up any product, right, there is nothing called as quantity. Let me zoom this a bit. Can you see there is any quantity? No, right? So I need to add my own quantity. So now if I do this call, so okay, if I comment this, okay, and now I do this dot product API dot get products, subscribe this. If I do console.log, not the length, console.log, and inside that I can do the response. Okay, let's save and changes. Check the changes. Okay, save the changes. Again, I can see I have 20 calls, like same product calls. But now you will see something interesting, which is quantity. Yes or no? And that's how you add. Okay, so that's how you add a quantity explicitly. So Manthan said, can we use behavior subject? Behavior subject for? Like to pass data, yes we can. To pass data across component, yes we can use behavior subject. But to add a data dynamically, so because for example, right now I want to use this 20 product page on different component. So I don't need to add logic for all the component, like add quantity. I will just add it in one service, and this will reflect everywhere I subscribe this kind of data. Clear? Okay. So now rather than doing this, what I will do, I'll just take this get all product and put it here. Okay, paste the changes. Okay, no need to do this because we are doing the unsubscribe directly. Okay, because we have this async pipe here. Okay, save the changes, and now we are still able to see everything same. See, no changes yet. Now this is what it was. So now we are able to see the quantity also. Now what I need to do, right now I have to create the reducer for it. So I'm thinking to take my code snippets because I think this stream can go up to 2-3 hours. Manthan, I read your chat already. No need to delete, it's fine. Okay, so now let me do one thing. Let me take some code snippet and try to explain you that what is actually happening there, here and there. Okay, so let me take something from my store, which is the reducer. Okay, let me copy this, all the actions. Okay, let me also take the increment product, decrement product, and all that. Okay, let's go here and put it here in the cart reducer. So now if you see, right, I have all this reducer which I have copied in from my code snippet, and I'll just paste it below. I'll show you a good ways to add your actions. Can you see now I'm getting some error here that hey, you cannot use this and that. Okay, it's fine. Let me delete which is all unnecessary at the moment because I haven't taught you yet. Okay, I'll explain you that also how I'm doing it. Now if you see, right, I'm directly getting something from the actions. So for example, here I don't need to do this one by one. What I can do, I can say import star as what is the action I'm doing? I'm doing cart action. So I can say cart action from your cart action, which is this. Okay, now if you see that, I should remove this. Okay, this is action, so I can change this to actions. Yes, now can you see I have cart actions dot, I have add to cart, decrement product and increment product, so I can access all of them now. Okay, directly. So remove item, yes, I think I should have done it, but let me do it later part of the video. Okay, now this is how you do add to cart, this is how you do increment product, and this is how you do decrement product. But in the increment, right, let's take a look what I'm trying to do here. So here if you see, I'm using a map, and that's what I did. If the product ID is matching with the ID what user has passed in the property, then please add an extra quantity +1, or else return the same product. Okay, and that's how I return the state of my cart state, which is this. Okay, same for the decrement product. What I'm doing, right, I have this const update product. Again, this is my manipulation before sending the data. I want to send the data, but before that I want to do some changes. I want to act on my action. So if the action is decrement, then what I will do, I will first check, okay, if the ID is matching. If for this particular product, do one thing, destructure this product and decrease the quantity by 1 and send it to the user. That's it. That's how simple this is. That's how simple this reducer is. Okay, now if you want to also know about what is this remove action, let me also create that action here. So over here we have to create this action first. So let's create the action. Remove is the easiest. So I will say remove item or remove cart, whatever you want. So remove item, this will change to remove item, and again you need to pass up props called as ID. Okay, so with this ID you want to remove from the existing array. Okay, now I have an action, then I should react on my action. Okay, so let's react on the action. Okay, let me uncomment this code and explain it to you. Okay, now whenever user says that remove item is triggered, okay, what you will do, you will take the property which you have passed in the props. This props is very important. If you have doubt, then do let me know. Yes. Okay, Manthan said, can we inject HTTP constructor also? Yes, we can inject that. Yes, we can do that. I'll show you that. Okay, so this is how the property is, importance of property is. So if you don't pass it there, then there will be some error over here. Okay, now over here, right, in this remove item, I have this state, and inside that I have destructured that property, which is my ID. Now I'm checking that if my product has that ID, okay, then please filter that product. Suppose I have 1 2 3 4 5 elements in the array, and I'm saying that please filter 3. So what this filter will do, filter will remove this 3, and now your item from 5 becomes 4. Okay, so something like that what I did. So state that product, I'm saying please filter from the product and remove this ID which are not matching. Okay, exclude this ID and give me the new state. That's what remove item does. So remove item is removing that particular item from that array. Okay, now now I can say that everything is run, everything is ready now. So I have actions, reducers, everything is here in place. Now what I want to do, right, I have to create a selector. See, the data is all ready, but I want to select those data, correct? So to do that, right, I will create one more file, cart.selector.ts. Okay, and again I did a small mistake. This spelling is incorrect. This should be cart. Guys, if you have doubt, please let me know in the chat, please. And if you are able to understand, then do also let me know. Yeah, I'm able to get it. Just give a thumbs up or thumbs down. It's fine. Any is fine. Okay, save the changes. Save the changes. And now let's create our selector. Okay, so for creating the selector, let me show it to you directly. What is the changes in the selector? So now what I will be doing, right? So I have a cart state. Okay, so let me implement this cart state. Okay, let's go back. Now what I will do, right? So first of all, you remember I have something called as global state. Okay, so I maintain a global state, which is this. So this is nothing but my global state, which is nothing but your named as app state. I showed it in the video also, app state. So now in the app state, I want to add a new entry. So I want to do a new entry of a record, which is cart. Correct? So to add that cart, right, what I'll do, I'll go here and in my app state, I will introduce a new state, which is cart state. Okay, cart state. And now this cart state, I can use it in the selector. So what I'm saying that, hey, from this, okay, let me show you in the diagram now. So currently this is my app state. Okay, which has two partition at the moment. One is your counter, another is your cart. Now in the selector, right, in the selector what I'm creating for cart, what I'm saying that from this whole app state, I want a slice of data, which is this section I need, which is in the yellow color. I'm highlighting this. I want this yellow section. Okay, so this is what the selector will do. Okay, so this is what the selector will do. Okay, so now what I will do here, right? So from this select cart state, I'm saying that, okay, from this whole ad state, please select only which is belongs to your cart. Okay, which belongs to your cart, only take that. So now this select cart state will have your cart slice, which is this. Okay, this yellow slice will have. So this is what I'm doing. So this is the diagram and this is what the implementation, this line. Okay, all right, now what is the next thing? Next thing, from the whole state, like from the whole state, right, from this whole yellow state, okay, from this whole yellow state, okay, I have 2-3 things there. Which is my product. Okay, I want to select the product. I'll remove this total price from now, but I'll explain you how in the next video, like how do we do it. Okay, let's focus only on the one thing at a time. So now from the whole state, I have something called as product inside. From this half slice of state, take this outside as a product. So this is what I'm doing. So I'm saying, okay, select cart product. So that's why I create a new const, and to get that select, right, I am injecting something called as selector. So we have a create selector. Inside that I can make my own state, like select my own state. So what this guy needs two things. Send me your selector, which you want to select, which I create on the top, and tell me what you want to return. So I'm saying from this whole selector, please take the products. So that's why this guy becomes product selector. If I do undo, right, so I had this total price. For example, in future I have total price also to display. Correct? So that's what I will be making this. So in the cart state, right, what I will do, go to definition. So what I will do, I will also add one more thing, which is total price. Let me make this nullable so that it will not throw any error. Okay, so I will have total price also in future. Like whenever you adding an item in the cart, your total price will also get increase, decrease, yes or no? So you will also need to change your state at that time. So that's what it is. So now that's how you will be doing it in the selector. Okay, when you want to select the total price. Okay, now if this is clear, now I can say your action, reducer and selector are ready. Now they are ready to get into action. This was the only difficult part of NGRX, you know. And don't worry guys, there is a reason why I'm teaching you this NGRX state. Okay, NGRX store, whatever it is. there is something called a signal store in the market now. I could have directly taught you that, but the problem is I wanted to make your fundamental clear first. Trust me, if you have this knowledge with you, if I explain signal store, you will learn it in just 10-20 minutes. I promise that. I guarantee it. Okay? So that's why I'm focusing more on, because this is quite complex to understand, like a lot of boilerplate of code. You need to create 1, 2, 3, 4 files, then use them and do whatnot. Okay? So rather than that, so this is just for an understanding purpose. If you know the fundamental of how the reducer pattern works, then understanding signal store will be way easier. Like we are making use of signals there to do our job. Okay, so now I can say the selector is ready, the reducer is ready, the action is ready. Okay, now I want to perform some actions inside my components. Okay, so now if you go in the app component, okay, in the app component you have some actions, yes or no? So what I will do, right, I will first expose the, okay, I'll go here, I will go over here also. Yeah, this is the guy. So what I will do, right, I will say click, add to cart. So I will say add to cart. Okay, and over here I will create that add to cart. Okay, there is something wrong imported, let me remove it. Okay, add to cart, this is my function. What I can do, right, I can actually create an @input output, because that's how you do, that's how you perform your actions. Your child component is only responsible for display purpose. This is called as presentational component, so it should only display data. Action should be handled in your parent component. What I will do, I will create an output. Okay, I'm trying to do it in a correct way. I could have done it in easy way also, but let me do it in a very correct way, which is handle add. Okay, and this will be my new event emitter. Okay, let me import it first, because event emitter, and this is my event emitter. I want to emit what? I want to emit a data which I am passing it over here. So what I will do, I will pass the product as a parameter, as an argument to this function. So this is my product of type I product. Okay, this is what I want to emit. So I will say this dot handle add, please emit the value which is product. Okay, so this is the event emitter, right? This is the event emitter in the child component. Now why is it completing? Let's see, maybe because of the spelling mistake. Yes, for sure. So this is not correct, this should be add to cart, and I should change it here to C caps. Save all the changes. So now I have this add to cart created. Okay, now what I will do, right, once this add to cart is clicked, I am calling it in the parent component. So go in the parent component. So over here you have this handle add. Okay, so this guy should be responsible for doing the logic things, logic, APIs, whatever it is. Okay, so add item to cart, add item to cart. So this is my new function, and this I can pass the event, right, event, because this is event emitter. So let me take this method and put it here, and what you will receive, you will receive a product inside it, yes or no, of type I product. Now what you will do, right, in this add to cart item you have store created, correct? So now you can inject your store. So there are 2-3 ways by which you can inject your store. So one thing, someone said directly we can do it in constructor, or rather we can do it with the inject function. I don't know what I'm saying, but yeah, let's try to do it with the constructor. Okay, so to do it with the constructor, it's quite easy. Like you get a lot of examples on internet also, like how to inject the store and all that. Okay, so let me show you first constructor way, and then I'll show you in the inject way in the next one. So I will say that private store. Okay, in the store, right, you have to specify the store type. So this is coming from your store. This store is coming from NGRX on the top. This is the guy. Okay, now this store has a type, right? This store has a type. Like from the store, what you want to get. So you are creating a store for cart, yes or no? So you can specify like this, cart of type. Inside that you have what? You have store of product products, and then you can specify the type of it, products. Okay, something like this. You need to import this because this is I product. Okay, that's right. So this is your store, okay, which is specified, which is checking for the cart item, which is checking for the cart items. Okay, now what you can do, right, whenever you want to dispatch an action, so now your action is created, so now you want to dispatch it, so you can say this dot store dot dispatch. Dispatch what action you want to dispatch? You want to dispatch the add to cart item. Okay, so this is what you want to dispatch. This is what you want to dispatch. So let's import this. Okay, do we have action already? I don't know. I don't have. This is the add to cart action. Okay, I don't know, this should work, I guess. I don't know why is it not working. Let me just check. Yeah, dispatch, which is correct. Okay, dispatch, and then we have add to cart. Okay, oh yes, why can you see the error? It says the expected one argument, which I'm not passing it. So let me pass the argument, which is I want to add. Okay, I want to add this product, correct? So this is what I will pass it to it, and now it says that property product is missing on I product but requires subtype I product. I don't know what is this. Let me just check. Okay, so I can pass in that product here directly by doing it, destructuring it, to be honest, because this is an object what I'm trying to pass. Okay, so that's how you will be able to pass your product to it. Okay, once you destructure it, now you will able to pass your products there. Okay, this is what the beauty of NGRX is, that now if you see your component code, it's quite less, right? Because you have added all your boilerplate inside your reducer, action and whatnot. Okay, but this guy, right, this guy just handles a single line and it does the job. Like this will perform the action for you once you click on add. Okay, so now add is okay, but you want to get the item also, correct? Where you want to get? You want to get it in the cart component. So let's go in the cart component here, and now again let me do that same thing. Let me have it from the snippet directly, because this can take the whole day, guys. This can take the whole day. Okay, so what I can do, right, I can make use of the constructor. Okay, and inside that let me import these things. Now you will be asking questions, Shashi, why you did this here? This is just to explain you guys that what I have did here, right, the app state, I did something similar here, but okay, so this is also same what I did here. So here you can also specify app state directly. Okay, but this is a new way of doing things. Like you can directly pass your global state, and then you can tell that okay, from the whole state what you want to get, what data you want to get and all that. Okay, now I can say the store is injected. I have to get the products. So I'll say this dot cart item, cart items, this is an observable. I can say that this dot store, why is it not working? Yes, it works. Store dot select. What you want to select, you have to specify. I want to select cart, yes or no, select cart products which I have created. See, if I go on this location, cart selector, if I go on the location, here I can see I have this selector created which selects what? Which selects my product. And what is the type? You can see that. Now if I go here and show you the type of it, you will be amazed to see it. Where is that? Yeah. If I hover on this, right, can you see this is observable of, this returns an observable of I product. Okay, and now you can use them inside your cart component. Okay, so over here let me put up a span tag. Okay, and also let me add a common module here. Common module, I don't know, I hope the JSON pipe is part of that. So now I will just display the data for you that this is my cart item. I'm making use of async pipe, and I'm also making use of a JSON pipe. I don't know if you guys know it. JSON pipe. Okay, I'm making use of JSON pipe. This will convert my actual JSON object data to a JSON, so that we can see okay the data is there or not. Okay, also what I'll do, I'll just make use of the same class. Let's make this as Excel together and save all the changes. So once I save all the changes, everything is working fine, it looks good. Now let's try to test it. I don't know if that will work or not, because I don't know. Let's try to check if that works fine. Okay, now what I'm doing, right, whenever I click on add, I'm trying to dispatch an action. Okay, if I click on add here, I'm trying to dispatch an action. And now if I go here in the cart component, so currently the value is null. Let's see why, because I'm getting some error in the console. We'll try to fix it. Okay, so I have this cart selector. Let's try to put a debug point. Okay, let's go back, try to click on add, and if I go here, the selector is empty. See, the state here is undefined, and because of that I am not getting any value here. Okay, the state says it is undefined, and this is undefined because, let's see the reason why. Remember, like whenever we are creating those reducer pattern and all that, right, what we do, we have to specify them in the app module. Okay, but we don't have app module here, so we make use of app config. Okay, so we have to provide the state. So let's provide the state here by saying that I have one more provider, provide state, and this is my cart, and please use my cart reducer. Save the changes. Okay, save the changes, and now it's break because I don't know, there may be some issue with the spelling or something like that. I don't know. Yes. Okay, because it's breaking still here. The object now it has an object. Can you see? So products state. Can you see the state has an object now? Now if you see here, right, there is one small mistake I can see. The state is a product, and this is what I'm trying to send. Yeah, as an empty object. Okay. Again, it is an empty. Let me just check. It is getting refresh. Yes, I can say this is correct now, because now I have an empty object. Okay, it was missing because of that data. All right, now let me just check again that if I have any product here. Can you see now? I'm trying to debug, and I'm calling this selector. Now if you see, hover on the selector, I can see two data has been added when I clicked on click add. Okay, and I can see both of them here on this particular page, which is my cart page. Okay, again let me show you again small demo. If I refresh the page again, let's start. Now what I'm doing, I'm clicking on this add. If I click on this add, one item got added. If I go here in the cart component, I can see that one item is here, ID, which is 1. Let's go back again. Now I'm adding these two. Let's go and see here. See, and also getting one more item got added. Now the problem is, right, the problem here is, right, I'm not able to update this cart, right? So for example, if you want to do this with behavior subject, how will you do it? Easy, right? So I think somebody asked, Pratik asked, sir, I have created a behavior subject for adding item to cart, but every time I refresh the screen, the behavior subject erases and no value is available. How should I approach it? Okay, let me come to that question to you. Okay, so what happens whenever you are clicking, right? So currently, I think I have made a video also, add to cart by using behavior subject. If you haven't seen, go on YouTube and watch it. It's a very good video that I have shown how behavior subject works. Over here, right, it is doing something similar job, but I said in the video very efficient way. Let's take an example. Now if you want to do something similar, what you will do first, step number 1, you will create a product service. Then you will create a behavior subject of a product. Then you will make use of an observable. Then you will say .next. Okay, you are opening a stream of a data. Then you will subscribe it in one component. You will subscribe that in, maybe if you are using it in 5-10 components, you will use it everywhere and you will do subscribe. Yes or no? The problem is, right, there is high chances that you will make use of data leakage. And if you have such a big component, right, to handle them, it will become a hassle for anyone. Okay, it will become a big problem if you are working on a very big enterprise level application, which we have observed, because when I was 2 years back, when I was working for my company, there we have seen that we have observable stores. We were maintaining our own stores there, but trust me, it was not easy for us to maintain our code base. So we have shifted to NGRX store, this specific version what we are using right now, something like this. So we have shifted to that, and we saw the benefit of it, that now we are only maintaining our stores. Okay, we don't need to focus on unsubscribe, do this, maintain the state, adding the behavior subject everywhere, and do whatnot. Now we are not bothered about that. What we do, we just maintain our store. Like even 1 or 2 developer can maintain your store. Like, okay, what data, you need one more data, add a new data, create a selector, create a reducer. Now if you have about 50 components where you want to use it, just go and use it directly, inject it and use it. And you see there is code base also gets minimized, because to use in 10 components you will doing subscribe everywhere, like this dot component, like the card component dot subscribe, then response, store the response, update the state and show it in the UI. Yes or no? But this one, right, you don't need to do anything. Store is handling everything for you. Just make your selector, just take your slice of data what you want to select and show it in the UI, and that's it. That's why I'm in love with this NGRX store. Okay, and coming with for the Pratik's question, that see, maintaining state means we are not storing it in the browser. Okay, if you want to maintain the data, right, on the refresh also, so either you should handle it with the database approach, or if you know that it is not a sensitive data, then you can keep it in your local storage. Okay, so something like that you can do. But ideally, how we handle in like in our enterprise level application, what we do, right, we only send the data. Like for example, I want to fetch a product detail if I go on a route. So what I will do, right, I will say, so for example, I'm doing add to cart, add to cart, add to cart and add to cart. Now once I go and click on this cart item, right, what I will do, I will do a DB call, I will do a database call, because on every item I clicked, what I did an API call to store it in the database. So you can do on every click, or what you can do, right, once you click over here, this will do a post call, and once you go on this page, then it will do a get call. Okay, so that's how they maintain their state. Like now even if I refresh, right, I have a cart ID, so I know for Shashi the cart ID is 001. So I will have here cart /001, like question mark 001 as a query params. So even if I refresh the page, right, I will maintain my cart items for this user, something like that. Okay, subject, behavior subject, then this NGRX, they cannot help you to maintain data on refresh. Not even React can do that. Okay, so React also follows something similar fundamental, like only take the ID, maintain it in the route and do the API call based on that ID associated with it. I hope I was clear. Let me know if you have any further questions. If yes, then please give a thumbs up in the chat. Like the stream, guys. I don't see no one has liked the stream. I see only one like. That's bad. Please like the stream, guys. Okay, so now I have this product, list of product is visible on the cart page. But now I'm not even liking it, right? It's not a good user experience, right? If I click on add, see, if I click on this add, this is still 0. Yes or no? Now to get the value over here, what I'll do, right? Okay, let's see. So now the data is, so that UI is present in header component, which is in the app component.html, and it is somewhere here. Okay. If I can use an ID and do a API call, I can see other card details. So usually what we do, right, Navin, that we don't even allow the user to put in the query params in the most of the time. So for example, let's take an example of a product detail page. So let me show you one of my website. So over here, right, so this is my list of product. Okay, so now I click on this read more. Okay, so what I do, I am passing my ID in the route, which is only for this particular user, like for this particular blog ID. And even if I refresh the page, what I see, the data is still persisted. Like I don't need to on refresh, the data is not going back. But when in the term of you're saying user specific cart detail, right? So now, like for example, the example what I gave. So if you have this cart question mark and then you are passing your ID of that. Correct? So you have cart / you have ID, you are passing 1, yes or no, something like this. So what is this? What can we do in this case? So you can create your own middleware in Node.js where you can validate the user. Okay, so for example, you should not able to see anyone's cart. Okay, so for example, you like in the cookies, right, you will be passing your user ID every time. Okay, so for example, we do cookie based authentication, we do what we say, token based authentication. You always pass your payload data to the backend, and that backend validates you, okay, this is the correct user. If yes, then he goes to the second check. Okay, now this guy is requesting the card ID 001. It will check in the DB. Yes, if it has that ID, then only it will display. For example, I'm saying here 101 and I don't have something like that. Yes or no? If I try to fetch it, I will get no response, or like 404 not found, something like that. Okay, so that's how we are actually practicing to maintain the state on the page. All right. Now what's next? What's next? Okay, now what we need to do, we have to maintain the, like, we have to get the data over here in the header. Okay, again there are 2-3 ways by which you can do it. Everybody knows the what we say. Okay, cool. Thanks Naveen. Okay, all right, so what we will do right now we have this app component, right? So in this app component, again we have to inject the state. Okay, inject our store which we have created. Can you see here, I already have my store injected. Okay, and this is pointing to my app state, which is the global data, the global state what we are maintaining. Okay, now inside this, correct, what I'll do, I'll create one more which is my total item, or else what we can do, we will have the products. So let's add all my products, because we have already created a product selector, correct? So, and this is of type my observable of products with iProduct, okay, of an array. Okay, now what I will do, again I will select the data, select the slice of data, this dot products, and let me take the slice of data store dot select what, select my card products. Yes or no? Now once we have this list of data, now I can get the count from it. Yes or no? So I can go here, I can just display with a string interpolation, which is my products. Oh, okay, which is my products array, and this is my async pipe. I can make use of my async pipe, and inside that, right, once you have this, so this will give the list of data to you. All you need to do is you just need a length. Okay, so that you should be know that, okay, what is the item I have, what are the total item I have inside it. Okay, save the changes, and let's see what we like, are we able to get the ID or not, like the numbers or not. Now if I click on this add, can you see over here there is a change, that now I can see the item what I have in the cart. If I press again and press again, so I can see there is 4 item I have added, like 4 times I clicked. If I go here now, I can see all my 4 product visible. Yes or no? Alright, so now what I need to do, right, this doesn't look good. So what I'll do, I'll just take some of my code snippets to make the UI. Okay, copy this and let me put it here. Okay, let me put it here. Okay, I'll remove everything and paste it. So currently I don't have did this part, so I'll just put it as a random number. Okay, decrement, I will be doing it, so let me put it, remove it at the moment. This also let me remove at the moment. Let's go back, what else, and this also let me remove at the moment. Let me just show you how the UI looks like. Okay, now what I have did here, I'll show you. So currently, right, when my cart is empty, like whenever I refresh the page, so there is no item in the cart, the cart is 0. So I just have added this if condition. Again, I'm making use of the new control flow what we have in Angular, that with this @if we can make use of it. And what I'm doing, I'm using the same logic, that if the cart item length is 0, which means there is no item in the cart, and this will display your cart is empty. But if this is not the case, it should come in the else case, and this will render this data. Again, this is not a good way to do things. You can try to divide your component into small chunks if you want. Like for example, this can be a separate component, and you can render them based on, we have a deferred block where you can make these chunks visible only when it is required to save some bundle size. So it depends, but this is just, we are focusing on NGRX today, so that's why I haven't did it. So we have a single component here. Now what I'll do, right, let me just go back. Okay, let me just confirm that I have this cart items. Yes, it is there. Now if I click on this add and add, I did 3-time add. I can see 3 components here, like 3 items in the cart. If I go here, can you see now? I have a very good looking UI done already for you guys. Okay, so now I have this title. Okay, I have this image. Okay, I have these to add in, but it is not working now, but that's what we have. That's why I'm maintaining the state now. So which means I'm able to see all the products item what I have added. Yes or no? Now I want to implement the remove. Okay, I want to implement the remove. So how can I do that? So see, one thing is that our state is ready. Our main hurdle was this guy, like making these 3 files. This is ready now. So now what I will do, right? I will just make use of these actions. So currently what actions I have increment. Oh no, where is decrement? I don't know. Okay, I have the increment, decrement, add to cart and remove item. So now I want to use this action called as remove item. Okay, and let's see the magic. So in which component I want to use it? I want to use it in the cart component. So I'll go in the cart component. So over here I have injected the store, and let me remove, say that remove. You need to pass the product ID of type number. Okay, and from the store, see, no logic you need to add. You just need to add one line and your reducer will do the job. This dot store dot, what you want to do? Perform some action. So what you will say? Dispatch an action. Give an action name. What is the action name you want to do? You want to add? You want to say remove. I don't know what was the name. Let me go and check again. Over here, yes. Action name was remove item. Let me copy this just to be sure. Okay, remove item and import this. Okay, once I close the bracket, what can you see? It is asking me to pass your props. Okay, so pass your destructured props here, which is the product ID, and that's it. So in this way you will be able to do the remove action also. Now you just need to call it over the button. So I don't know where the button was. Let's see. This is the remove span, which is this button. I can call it here. So whenever the user clicks, click on remove and pass in the ID, which is nothing but your item dot ID. Okay, so this ID I want to remove. Save the changes and let's see the magic. Now the cart is empty. Fine. Let's go here, add and add. I added 4 items. Let's go here again. Now what you will see, right? I want to remove an item. So I will click on this remove. Can you see? The item got removed. Remove, and the cart is empty. Okay? Isn't it cool? Yes or no? Say yes. Say yes. Okay, so that's what it is. Like now we are able to handle 2 actions. Okay, now we are able to handle 2 actions. Now I want to do increment and decrement. Okay, that's another good thing to do. It's a good challenge actually. Now I want to perform 2 actions, increment and decrement. So I can do something similar. It's very easy to do now. See the power now. Once the state is ready, now to do things is quite easy. It's just a copy paste of code, to be honest. See, even for increment and decrement, what I need to do, I have something similar. Yes or no? The only thing is the action will change. So this is my increment method, this is my decrement method. Okay, both of them I'm passing it from the UI. I'll show you how. So to do this, right, I have increment product action and this is decrement product action. Again, both of them you should pass the props, which is ID. Okay, which is this product ID. Now what I'll do, I'll go in the cart component. I have 2 buttons created, if you remember. Okay, so this is the button. Where is that? Yeah, the plus and minus. Yes. So what you will do, whenever there is a click happens, you will say increment, and in the increment you just have to pass your product ID, which is nothing but your item dot ID. If you guys are confused what is this item, it is nothing but coming from here. Okay, we are doing ng for, remember ng for let row of, so this is let item of cart items, but this is the new way of doing it. Okay, now I'm also using the async pipe to do the subscribe and unsubscribe. So that's what it is. So that's why it is taking the item ID. Same thing, I'll copy paste and put it here for, okay, I did a mistake, sorry. This is increment and this is decrement. Save the changes. Now what we will do, let's go back and again let me add these two product. Once I add these two product, can you see I have this item 1, okay, which is coming from item.quantity. Now if I click this plus, can you see that? Okay, sorry, I was watching the comment. BBHB. Okay, so can you see that? How cool it is? I know a lot of people say that NGRX is this, boilerplate code, this, that. It is only for like if you are just beginning with the NGRX. If you are just a beginner NGRX, I know it is quite hard to get those things in mind very fast. But once you know NGRX, right, you will be just in love with NGRX. But can you see now I'm able to do increment and decrement? Yes or no? And the data is getting updated real time. Now what I need to do now, the thing is, right, still I have these two items. I want to change the total amount. This is the best thing I will be showing you, that now I will maintaining my state in such a way that everything is in sync. Okay, everything is in sync. That now I will show you that how to maintain this total amount value. So let me just go here. Okay, let me close all this, and where I'll go, right, I'll go in the reducers. In the reducers, now I have this total price. Let me now make it compulsory. So you should have a total price, and let's give it as 0 initially. Okay, 0 initially. Who can tell me, who knows this, how to do it? Anyone knows, like anyone knows how to do it in RxJS way, observable way? Who can tell me? Anyone in the chat would like to answer this? How can we get a total price by using RxJS? Come on, try. I want to see in chat. Who will do it? Who wants to try? Anyone who wants to try? Let's see. Just tell me the idea, how we can do it. Okay. Let me just see in the chat. Okay. Anyway, I will be doing it in front of you how to do it, but I'm just interested. Anyone knows like the keyword? I'm just waiting for the keyword, like how to get a total from an array. Okay, so what I will do now, I will say export. I will create a new function. Okay, export a function. Function name I will say calculate total price. Total, I hope the spelling is correct, price. Okay, so I have this function. I am creating this function which takes as argument as products of type I product. Okay, now what this product will do? This product will return. This will return a number. Return, there is something called as reduce. Okay, there is something called as reduce. So what I will do, I will say products dot reduce. This is a what kind of function? Reduce is a higher order function of JavaScript. Okay, so reduce has two things. It has accumulator. Okay, it has an accumulator, and it has a, like, it can take your previous value and it can add a current value. So previous value is nothing but my total, which I want to maintain, the total, comma, the current value is nothing but my product. Yes or no? Now based on these two, what I will do, right, I will say that, okay, based on these two, can you do one thing? Can you do the addition? Can you do total plus product dot price? Yes or no? This will give the total value. Yes or no? This will give the total value. But the thing is, right, we also need to make sure that we are also checking the quantity. Suppose I have a product of 10 rupees. Okay, one quantity. If I take two quantity, the total price becomes 20 rupees. For 3 quantity, 30 rupees. So that also you need to specify it here. So how you will do that? So over here, right, so you have a product dot price, but what you will do, you will just say into. You will multiply that. You will multiply that with the quantity, which is product dot quantity. Okay, and just below that, there is something called as in the reducer that you have to specify the initial value. Okay, so now the initial value of total starts from 0. Correct? Now we will be adding. Now what it will do, right? It will loop to the array. Okay, it will loop to the array and it will add all the values. Yes or no? Are you guys? I hope you guys are not confused. Let me show you. Get total price from array. Just go anywhere, just search for reduce. Okay, it's quite famous, it's quite a trendy way of getting the total item. So this is what we also have an array. Yes or no? And what I am doing, I'm just trying to return the item. But how this reduce works, this reduce has this accumulator and this, but you need to specify an initial value to the reducer. Okay, that's what I'm just trying to do here as well. Like it's quite simple, it's quite straightforward. You just need to know that what is your expectation. It's okay to do Google, it's fine, but you should understand that what this guy is doing, what this reduce doing, how does reduce actually works. So I have this a clear thing in my mind, then only it's fine to do Google, it's fine to do ChatGPT. Don't just do ChatGPT, copy the code, paste it down and say yes, I did it. Just don't do that. I'm not saying anybody to don't use ChatGPT. ChatGPT is quite good thing to use, to be honest. I use it on daily basis, but we should know what to search. Okay, we should not say that create a to-do list application for me. It will not help you then, right? It will help ChatGPT, I guess, to get its model more better. Okay, alright, so now that's how I'm able to calculate the total price by using this reduce function. Okay, so that's about it. Now what you need to do, right, every time you're returning a state, you will return one more thing. You will return something called as total price. What will be the total price? You will say calculate total price and send this updated products. Okay, on every action this will calculate the total price. So for example, now if you do increment, if you're removing the item, right, still you need to update your total price. If you have added an item, incremented the item, again you will do the total price. If you decrement an item, again you will do a total price, and in this way the total price will get updated. Now you have added the action in the reducer. Okay, so now the reducer knows that okay, I want to do some manipulation of a data, which is this logic. Okay, like whenever there is change in an item, if I'm doing increment, so I'm updating the product, and based on my updated product, please calculate the total price. Clear? And that's what it does. Now the only thing is, right, I have created a reducer, but I want to do a select. I want to get the slice of a data. Okay, so let's go in the selector. I have already added it, but yeah, that's what it is. Now let me again show you in the diagram, in the picture way. Okay, let me show it in the picture way. Over here, right, remember I have a app state, a big app state. It has two slice one is, I don't know, counter. Sorry, let me remove. Slice one is counter. Slice two is cart. And now in this selector, right, I have this yellow selector. So I have this slice of data outside now. Okay, so now this is what my slice of data is, and this slice of data has two things. One is product, or you can say the cart items. Okay, cart items, which is a list of product, and the second one you have a total price. So now to get these two slices of data, so now from this slice you want to select this and this. So now here if you see, right, here if you see, I have this one slice and this is the second slice. So from that slice of cart, I'm getting my data. I'm selecting only my data, what I need. So from the bigger slice, which is this, the yellow one, which is this, from the yellow slice, I need only my data, which is total price, and that's it. So now wherever you want to get a select total in your component, like so for example, I want this to be used in cart component, yes or no? So I will go in the cart component.html. Okay, go here and create your selector. So now what I will say, total price of an observable, I will say that this dot store. Okay, this dot store dot, let me put this pen. Okay, this dot store. Okay, from the store, what I want to do, I want to select. What you want to select? I want to select the total what I have created. See, now if you hover on this total price, what is the value of our price? Observable of number. Now if you go here in the HTML, okay, where I want to render. So what I will do, I will just say that total price, make use of async pipe to handle unsubscribe, and also I'll make use of currency pipe. Okay, now save all the changes, and let's go back on the product page. Okay, now you will see the magic. If I click on this, let's say some simple one, because I'm very bad in maths, so let's go with this one. Okay, I added one item, so one item added in the cart. Go here. Now if you see, I have this total price. I'm not bad in maths, I'm good in maths, sorry. Okay, so if I go here, right, now if I increment, can you see a magic there? What is 9.9 into 2? I know the answer, it's 19.98. And that's how you are able to maintain the data. Like all the data are in sync now. Okay, that's how you make sync of your data. Okay, now let me show you one more thing. Let me go back and let me add some more items. So add this, and this. 5 items added. Yes, I can see the total amount also. Who wants to add, they can add now in calculator. Okay, now see the magic. I'm adding this item, again increase. I'm also increasing this quantity, increased. See the total price in sync. Now see the magic. If I remove this, right, remove. Can you see now I have only one item which is 15.99, and also the total price is 15.99. And in this way, right, we are able to sync all our data. Okay, we are able to sync all our data, like the total is in sync, the quantity is in sync. Yes or no? The cart item, the count here, it is in sync. And how you are able to do this? Everything is possible because of NGRX state management. Okay, again let me tell you that we have only covered the half section what I have told you, like, and this is what we will do. So for the next thing, let me tell you the advanced way of the NGRX thing, when this will come in picture. Okay, when this will come in picture, right, for example this guy, let me remove this. Okay, let me remove all this. Okay, so I'm talking about this section. So I will create a separate video for you guys to explain this effects. When does effects come in picture? The effects come in picture when we are doing the API call. Because this product API, right, this data you are getting, the product list of data, what you are able to see here, you are getting it from somewhere, correct? So from where you are getting it, so I will be showing you like how you do the effects call, you maintain the state of your product list. Yes or no? So that I will show it in the next video, or maybe next live when I'll come. I don't know. Do let me know in the comment section that if you need a YouTube live or you need a video directly to teach this section of NGRX. Do let me know in the chat now. Okay, do let me know that you need a separate video for this effect or you need it as a YouTube live. Okay, so this is what I will be covering it later, but I can confidently say that we are now we know about this section. Now we know. How we know? Let me tell you now. So now we have created the actions, which is add to cart, remove, increment, decrement. Whenever I click an action, what happens? A reducer triggers the reducer. Do some manipulation. It do manipulation. Okay. Once the manipulation is done, right, now we maintain the app state. So this is nothing but your app state. Okay, app state. And in the app state, what you do, right, whatever data you have manipulated, it goes and stores here. It is sitting there. Now just we are not doing for data to get sit, right? Okay, just for sit I'm not doing that. I'm doing it because I want to select the data. So the data what it is sitting here, I can create a selector. So this selector is for this guy. So that's why the arrow is like this. So this will select the data from store. Okay, and now this component who is here, which is responsible for selecting that particular data for you. Okay, so this selector is nothing but for your slice. It will take the slice as a selector, and now from this slice I expose my small chunks of data, which is the cart item and the total. Yes or no? And now this component can use this selector to display it in the UI. And that's how this life cycle, I have explained it in my previous video also. That's how this life cycle works. Okay, clear? Any doubt, any questions? Any doubt, any questions? Anyone? Yes, no, no, yes. Let me know. Give a thumbs up if you guys understand this. If you guys learned what I have just taught you today. And I think this is what my agenda was for today. I think it's already 2 hours long, I guess. I missed attending this live class. No worries guys. I will be making a video for this session. Anyway, I will edit this video. Okay, and I will just, no questions till my first doubt is there. Vinod, what is your first doubt? I didn't understand. No questions. My first doubt is there. Initial. Okay, whoever have still doubt, right, just connect with me on Telegram. Let's have a call 1-to-1 and try to get things done. Okay, let's take a separate call with you guys. You can follow me on LinkedIn, Instagram, everything is there in my description. Go in my any video and check the description, you can find it there. And let's connect and let's try to get your doubt clear. And I will do that for sure. Okay, so this is what I wanted to teach you guys today about the NGRX store, where we have created an add to cart kind of an application. Okay, and that's about it. Anyone has anything to ask, they can ask me now. Let's see if anyone has any question. By the way guys, I have started creating Instagram reels. Do check it out also. I don't know if you have seen it or not, but do follow me there also. Like I'm started to create some small reels to explain things. Like I will be starting a JavaScript series which will be about 50-60 videos. I don't know, I'll just see that. I will be starting that very soon. So I'm just in process of doing my setup for that, shorts and all. So yeah, do follow me on Instagram also if you haven't followed me yet. Okay, now anyone has any questions to ask? Pucho guys, you can ask me anything if you have anything to ask. I see 3 people are still watching. Thank you so much guys. It's been 2 hours that you are with me. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Thanks. Okay, if you don't have anything, then maybe we can end the stream now. If you don't have any specific questions, then yeah, but if you still have anything, you can connect with me and we can talk it separately. Okay, also for this one I'll push the code on GitHub. Okay, let me push it right away. Okay, now we are almost done, so let me put it on the, okay, let me send it on the GitHub. Oh sorry, let me commit this. So always give a commit message. I can say it's a feat added state for cart. Okay, commit the changes, sync it. Okay, so you can find my GitHub link also, right? It's there in the chat. I don't know, can anyone please put in the chat if they have? You can find it there. Just search for NGRX store YT and you will be able to get it. So you can get the code and you can play with it like whatever you want to do. Okay, yes no guys, say something. Say something in chat. Okay, let's see. It was really nice session, to be honest. I think we have learned a lot today. Okay. Alright guys, then it's time to say goodbye. see you guys in the next stream. Once I think I'll do it again, maybe next week on Sunday. I will take some new topic to teach you. Okay, let me know if you guys have any idea for me. Thanks, Vinod. Thanks. I appreciate it. Okay, if you guys have any idea that you want to learn from me, I think somebody has already told me that he want to learn unit testing. So what I can do next week, I can take a session on, I will do a live, everything I'll do live. I'll choose one of my old project and I will show you how to do unit testing in Angular. If you want for .NET also, you can let me know. .NET, Node.js, React, also React guys. If you want to learn React from me, do let me know. I can teach you like how an Angular developer can learn React. If you guys are interested, do let me know, because I started my journey as an Angular developer, but now I'm also working on React, and I'll tell you the way, what things I followed to learn React, and it took me 15-20 days to learn this. So I can help you guys. If you want, do let me know. If you want to learn React from me, I'll teach you the best and free of cost. Okay then, bye. See you guys next time. Thanks for joining in then. Bye guys. See you.